Hello my dear students, today we will discuss class 6 science chapter 2 components of food. So let us begin our discussion. So here is the first topic, what are called nutrients. So as we all know that the food we consume usually made up of what? One or more ingredients. Okay. So usually this comes from where? From plants or animals. So these ingredients contain some components and that are needed by our body obviously. So these components are called what? Nutrients. Okay. So nutrients are very much essential to our life and health because it provides us energy. It also helps building blocks for repair and growth to our body. It also helps to regulate some chemical substances which is very necessary to our body. So here are some major nutrients of food as in the picture. So these nutrients named as carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, water, roughes and vitamins. So these are what? Major nutrients of food. So moving to the next topic, first we should know some tests. So how can we test some food items to know the presence of nutrients such as what? Carbohydrates, proteins and fats. For this test we need some solution, that is iodine, copper sulfate and caustic soda. So how to make solution now in laboratory? So how to make all this iodine solution, copper sulfate solution and caustic soda solution? So to make iodine solution, first of all we will take a test tube, clean test tube. We will add there few drops of tincture iodine. Then we will half fill with water. Then it will become iodine solution. Now copper sulfate solution. How to prepare copper sulfate solution? 2 gram of copper sulfate will take in a test tube. Then we'll add there 100 milliliter of water. So this is how we can prepare our copper sulfate solution. Now how to prepare caustic soda? We'll take 10 gram of caustic soda. Now we'll dissolve this one in 100 ml of water. So this is how we prepare caustic soda solution. So now this solution we can use for testing starch, proteins and fats. Okay. So let us see how can we prepare. So now test for starch. Starch means carbohydrates. Okay. So now as you can see in the picture I have given, there's a slices of potatoes. So we'll take small slice of potato and there we'll add 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution. This one, can you see? This is called dropper. Okay. With this, we'll add 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution on the slice of potato. Then, after some time, a blue-black color will appear. That means starch is present. Okay. When blue-black color indicates, that means starch is present. Okay. So this is how we can test for starch. Now test for proteins. How we can test for protein? So we'll take a small quantity of food item in a clean test tube. Then we'll add 10 drops of water to it and we'll shake the test tube. Then we'll add 2 drops of solution of copper sulfate. Then we'll add 10 drops of copper soda to the test tube. Then we'll shake it well. And then we'll keep the test tube for few minutes. Then a violet color will appear which indicates presence of proteins in the food items. Okay. So this is how we can test for protein for food items. Okay. So now how test for fats? Now how can we test for fats? So now we'll take small quantity of food items which contains fats. So suppose example like coconut, corn, olive, peanut, all these are what? Fats containing food, right? So we can take any of this example. So then take the food items, then wrap the food item in a piece of paper and crush it. Then straighten the paper, dry the paper by keeping in the sunlight for a while. Then observe the paper. Then you will able to see an oily patch on the paper. That means what? It indicates presence of food. Okay, presence of fat. Sorry. So you can see that oily patch. That is what? That is actually formation of translucent spot. Okay. So this is how we can test for fats. Okay. So now what do various nutrients do for our body? So now carbohydrates and fats. Now carbohydrates are mainly provide what? Energy to our body. And some example as you can see in the picture, such as sweet potato, sugarcane, papaya, melon, mango, maize, bajra, rice, wheat. These are all carbohydrates containing food. Okay. So there is one more example, rice. Rice has more carbohydrates than other nutrients. So rice also is known as a carbohydrate rich source of food. Okay. So now fats. So fat also give us what? Energy. Food containing fats and carbohydrate are also called what? Energy giving food. Okay. So these are some examples for fats. Okay. Now proteins. So proteins are needed for the growth and repair for our body. So food proteins are often called what? Body building foods. So here some examples of proteins are given here in the picture. So these are gram, moong, dal, beans, soya beans, peas, meat, fish, paneer, eggs, milk. These are all proteins containing food. Okay, these all foods contains what? Proteins. And these are from plant sources as well as from animal sources. Okay. Now vitamins. So vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. So vitamins also help in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy. Vitamins are of different kinds known by different names. So such as vitamin A keeps our skin and eyes healthy. Okay. So these are some example in the picture. So now vitamin C. Vitamin C helps body to fight against many diseases. Okay. So these are some example: orange, guava, tomato, lemon, amla. So these are all vitamin C. Okay. Now vitamin D. So vitamin D, it helps our body to use calcium for bones and teeth. So all these fish, eggs, liver, butter, milk, all these are sources of vitamin D. Okay. Now minerals. So minerals are needed by our body in a small amount. So each one is essential for proper growth of body and also to maintain good health. So under these minerals there are some sources, like some sources of iodine, some sources of phosphorus, So these are some example. Okay, now some sources of calcium here, some sources of iron. These are all what? Minerals. Now dietary fibers. So dietary fibers also known as what? Roughage, right? So roughage is mainly provided by plants products in our foods. So they are what? Whole grains and pulses, potatoes, fresh fruits and vegetables. These are what? Main sources of roughage, right? Now roughage does not provide any nutrient to our body, but is an essential component of our body. This also helps our body to get rid of what? Undigested food. Okay, so this dietary fibers helps to get rid of what? Undigested food. Now water also helps our body to absorb what? Nutrients from food, because this water helps in throwing out some wastes from our body as urine and sweat. Okay, so normally most of the time we drink water or some other liquid we drink, such as what? Milk and tea. So this also helps us to throw some wastages, okay, from our body. So here are some example in the picture. This all food items contains fibers. Okay, now balanced diet. So the food we normally eat in a day is our diet. So for growth and maintenance of food health, our diet should have all these nutrients, okay, in right quantities. So not too much of one and not too little of the other. So the diet also should contain what? Good amount of roughage and water. So such diet is also called what? Balanced diet. Okay. Now deficiency diseases. So a person may be getting enough food to eat, but sometimes the food may not contain particular nutrients, and sometimes people don't get some good nutrients for a long period of time. So people may suffer some deficiency of one or more nutrients. So this deficiency of nutrients can cause diseases or disorders in our body. Okay, so diseases that occur due to what? Due to lack of nutrients over a long period of time, they are called what? Deficiency of diseases. So if a person does not get enough proteins for a long time, he or she is likely to have what? Stunted growth. Okay, and swelling of face, even discoloration of hair. So we have so many diseases. Even we may have skin diseases and diarrhea too. So if the diet is deficient in both carbohydrates and proteins for a long period of time, the growth may stop completely. Okay, so such a person becomes what? Very lean and thin. So deficiency of different vitamins and minerals. So vitamin A. If vitamin A has deficiency, then diseases may be loss of vision, and symptoms are poor vision, loss of vision in darkness, so sometimes complete loss of vision. Okay, so vitamin B1 deficiency is very symptoms is weak muscles and very little energy to work. Now vitamin C deficiency diseases are scurvy, symptoms are bleeding gums, wounds take longer time to heal. Now vitamin D deficiency rickets. So symptoms are bones become soft and bent. Now calcium, bone and tooth decay. Symptoms are weak bones, tooth decay. Now iodine and deficiency diseases are goiter, and symptoms may be glands in the neck appear swollen, mental disability and in children. Okay. Now iron deficiency diseases are anemia and symptoms is weakness. So that's all for today.